Guys, I have a little secret for you. That's right. I'm going to tell you how to make money as a comedian without ever stepping on stage. All right, let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to the Comedypreneur Show. And today I'm going to tell you how to make money as a comedian without ever stepping on stage. Now, you probably watched other videos where I talked about how much comedians make as a stand-up, right? How much stand-up comedians make. But as you know, unless you're a big name, you're not going to make a lot of money. So what's a good way to make money as a comedian without ever having to step on stage? If you're a funny person, there's a lot of ways. So I'm going to give you 11 ways for you to make money as a comedian without ever stepping foot on stage. Are you ready? All right. Number 1, you can write blogs or articles. That's right. Content is king. People want stuff for their blogs. They want articles for their websites, for their channels, whatever it is. You write that stuff. You add humor. Boom. You can make money. You can make anywhere from 50 to a couple $100 just for one article. Yeah. Right, it depends on the word count. So if you're good at writing, good at typing, you're fast, you can make a lot of money that way. Number 2, write comic books or comic strips. Believe it or not, comic books and comic strips are important. A lot of newspapers, a lot of high-end periodicals, even email newsletters have little comics in there. So even if you're not a great artist, if you could team up with somebody and write some funny stuff, even those little one-page articles, one-page comic strips like you get from Far Side, something like that, you write those, golden. You can sell those over and over and over again. They can even be distributed in different newsletters and whatever. You can make a book. You can even make a website where you put those up yourself. Number 3, write stage or screenplays. Believe it or not, there is money in writing stage screenplays, even if you never, ever, ever get it on TV or in the movies. People have websites. People have shorts. People have contests, schools, colleges, all that kind of stuff. I've written everything from, little commercials for people all the way up to feature films. So you can do it. Usually that's ghostwriting, so I'll talk more about that as the last thing, but that's something that you can definitely do. Number 4, host or co-host a podcast. Podcasts are out there. If you have a love of something, whatever it is, and a little bit of sense of humor, there are people that want to listen to it. So if you like hockey, if you like backgammon, if you like chess, whatever it is, if you can make it funny and fun, people will listen and tune in to you and your podcast. Number 5, host or co-host a YouTube channel. Yep, that's a way people make money. There's a lot of people out there who made money off of YouTube. One of my friends, Jonathan Giles, his interview's coming up, worked for Lily Singh. So she started out as a YouTuber. She ended up with a late night show. He wrote for it. That's one of those things. I've also had people reach out to me about writing content for their YouTube. So you can co-host, or even write content for YouTube, and people will pay for that. Number 6. That's right, I have 6 fingers. Host or MC live events. You would not believe how many dinner events, speaking engagements, concerts, all kinds of stuff that people and comedians have been invited out to. My friend Howard Aronin, he's a great comedian. He hosted a music festival in Calabasas, and all of that was just done by word of mouth, somebody passing on some of his information. Now, keep in mind he was good on stage, but this isn't stand-up, it's him hosting. So it's a little bit different, but if you're funny on stage, if you have some stand-up things, you can show it to people. They'll be glad to hire you to host their material. Number 7, create video series or films. If you're like me, I love filmmaking. I love movies. I love films. I love all that stuff. Spend some time. Everybody's phone now, right? Your little phone. You can make movies on that. You can get a little DSLR camera, or you can do what I'm doing. I use my webcam, make stuff. It's up to you. But if you want to be a filmmaker, that's another way to get yourself out there and make some money. Shorts are in demand. People buy them. You can find them online all the time. You can also get views because you can put them on YouTube or wherever and make money off it that way. Number 8. Number 8. Be a voiceover actor. I have a good friend of mine, Willie Mack, really funny guy who does voiceover acting and acting. He's been in a commercial. I just saw him in a commercial the other day, actually. And he does voiceover work. It's amazing. You have a good mic, you have a good ability to record, or you have to go into a studio, if you have a home studio or go into a studio, and use your voice to be a voice actor. I've had some people reach out to me about wanting me to do voice acting or voiceover work for them. I don't have a great microphone, so I have to turn it down, but maybe that's something I pursue in the future, and then I tell you guys, how do you become a voiceover actor? And there you go. Number 9, be a background actor. That's right, a background actor. I've done it. My friend Luke LaCoy and I did it. We've actually are on a series about King Kron. He's an Instagram guy. We were in background actors for that. I've been in background in a lot of stuff, and I've seen a lot of people do background. I worked on Lethal Weapon, Fox's Lethal Weapon, as a production assistant, and they hire a ton of background for stuff like that. So if you live in a major metropolitan city, you could probably be a background actor and make some money. And number 10, write other jokes for comedians. That's right. Those big guys that you see on TV and Netflix specials and going on tour, they hire people to write jokes for them. Yes, they do write a lot of their own material, but sometimes, just sometimes, they do buy jokes. A good friend of mine and a great mentor to me, Gene Parrott, he used to write for Bob Hope, and he also sold jokes to Phyllis Diller, Joan Rivers, stuff like that. When I got started out, a comedian found me on Twitter, asked me to write jokes for them, paid me about $1,500. I wrote about 150 jokes, do the math, and sent those over to them. They love the jokes. They've hired me to do stuff. I almost worked on a TV series with them too. That kind of fell through. But yeah, you find your favorite comedians, the people that you gel with. Maybe the people whose comedic voice is similar to yours. Write jokes. Email them. Hit them up on Twitter or whatever. And ask them if they're interested in buying jokes. And send them a couple. Send them 3 to 5. And say, here's some jokes. Or if you do have video of you doing stand-up, that also helps as well. But send them over the jokes and say, hey, this is my stuff. Would you be interested in buying jokes? Who knows? They'll buy them. Greeting card companies are another great one for that. They'll buy jokes all the time. T-shirt slogans, stuff like that. There's all kinds of stuff like that. And then number 11. This is my bread and butter, okay? This is where I make most of my money. I am a ghostwriter. Boo! No, not like that. I'm not a ghost like that. I'm not Casper or anything like that. But I ghostwrite stuff for people. So basically, people give me their ideas for a movie, TV series, web series, commercials, whatever it is, and I write it for them, give them the credit. I don't take any credit, but I get paid a pretty decent amount of money just to ghostwrite for them. It's pretty common. It happens a lot. Last year, I wrote about 70 scripts. That's commercials all the way up to feature films. This year, I'm on point to about 30 or so. So, yeah, that's where the big money is. Big money. So if you know how to write a screenplay, you know how to write a script, a commercial, any of that stuff, that's where money can be. Plays, that's another one. I don't write plays. I'm not good at them. But if you can know how to write a play, there are a lot of people out there looking for plays, believe it or not. The other one would be comic books. I've written some comic books, animated series, all that kind of stuff. So learn how to write. If you notice, all this stuff comes back to writing. Oh, what? You have to learn to write. Yeah, because your voice isn't just here, it's in your hands, right? There's so much that's in our brain that can get out to the world through our little hands and type on the computer. Do that. If you do those things like that, you can make a lot of money. So there you go. There's 11 ways for you to make money as a comedian, not on stage. Well, hosting, you can be on stage, but not as a stand-up comedian. So there you go. Hope that helps. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, click the little bell there, follow this channel. I've got more content coming for you, more questions, more interviews, all kinds of stuff. And if you have questions, write them in the comments below. I'll respond. I do. I will. I have. All right. Thanks and have a good one. Bye. Yeah.